everyone, it's Theo. So everybody just got done reading that FEMA National Disaster Drill itinerary there. As innocuous as that all may sound, I would just keep a close eye out for anything strange or suspicious in the coming months. I don't know, it could coincide with the blackjack thing that I put up a little while ago. I'm not saying that there's any truth to that at all. I'm just saying that that's pretty odd and suspicious that was posted conspicuously on that website with no further explanation. So that there could be something going on. Something definitely isn't right. There's never been a national disaster drill of this kind. I'm not saying head for the hills. Again, I'm not an alarmist. I'm not trying to scare people or fearmonger. I'm just trying to keep people well aware of situations that could be at hand. I don't know if any of you remember hearing about the drills that were being ran on 9/11 at the same exact time as the actual attacks were unfolding. I guess NORAD was running a terror drill known as Vigilant Guardian or something of the sort that actually consisted of planes being hijacked and flown into buildings, which is where much of the confusion came from on NORAD's part and on the air defense. I don't realize. I think it's Northcom that was running things that day. That's why there was a very slow reaction time, because they didn't know if it was real world or actual or just an exercise. And the same thing happened on 7/7/05 with the London bombings. They were actually running drills that basically were the same thing as the attacks that were happening that day, or the attacks that happened that day, rather. I'm going to play a clip for you that basically proves all this, and I actually have somebody who actually worked for FEMA during 9/11, and he has quite a story to tell you. So once again, not trying to fearmonger, just something just seemed regular. Just guys, don't let this stuff scare you. Best advice that I can say, best advice that I can give you is let it empower you, let it anger you. Just don't be afraid of these guys. Don't be afraid of what they can do, because we can see right through them. We they're transparent to us. I'm not afraid of them personally. I'm not afraid of anything else that they have up their sleeves, even if it may kill me. So once again, do not let this stuff scare you. Just live your lives. Just do what you got to do to keep your mind from getting wrapped around these theories. I really wouldn't call them theories anymore. I mean, there's too much evidence proving that they are otherwise. But here's this clip, and I'm out.
Kennedy, a rescue worker with the National Urban Search and Rescue as part of FEMA.
We're currently one of the first teams that was deployed to support the city of New York for this disaster. We arrived on late Monday night and went into action on Tuesday morning. And not until today did we get a full opportunity to work the entire site. To be honest with you, we arrived on late Monday night and went into action on Tuesday morning.
Today we were running an exercise for a company, bearing in mind I'm now in the private sector, and we sat everybody down in the city, 1,000 people involved in the whole organisation, but the crisis team, and the most peculiar thing was we based our scenario on the simultaneous attacks on the underground and mainline station. So we had to suddenly switch an exercise from fictional to real. And one of the first things is, get that bureau number. When you have a list of people missing, tell them. And it took a long time.
Just to get this right, you were actually working today on an exercise that envisioned virtually this scenario?
Almost precisely. I was up until 2 o'clock this morning because it's our job, my own company, Advisor Consultants. We specialise in helping people to get their crisis management response. How do you jump from slow time thinking to quick time doing? And we chose a scenario with their assistance, which is based on a terrorist attack because they're very close to a property occupied by Jewish businessmen. They're in the city, and there are more American banks in the city than there are in the whole of New York. A logical thing to do. And I've still got the...
I was going to say, how extraordinary today must feel for you as it unfolds. You mentioned a few moments ago there our experience with Irish Republican terrorism, and of course it was very different, wasn't it? Because however perverted their behaviour, the IRA believed itself to have some sort of code of honour and tended to issue warnings, although of course they often came late to do any good.